moving forward from an angry Morocco to an angry Nigeria. Since you are a Malawian today, no, since you are a Malawi, since you changed citizenship, since Malawi qualified to the final, I mean, I would assume you catch up the game against Nigeria against South Africa. There is a playoff. There is an opportunity for Nigeria to make it to the World Cup. Our male national team did not do so well. We didn't go to the last World Cup. Our female team that has not missed any edition of the World Cup since 1991 had a playoff against South Africa yesterday, and Nigeria lost again. I mean, what do you think is the issue with our girls? I, for one, have said it consistently. The team that won the Mission X is practically almost the same team, but some key players were not there. The team that won the Mission X is much more better than the team we are seeing right now. Do you think it was more of an inadequate preparation, or do you think because we are used to winning, we decided to take this competition that has World Cup implication with levity? What do you think? What do you think was the issue, and why do you think Nigeria is out of the World Cup and we are not going to be at the World Cup next year?
These girls have lost. They've lost all hope. They've lost motivation. They are not playing like they are motivated. The way I think sports in Nigeria is cooked right now, because if these girls are the only aspect of our sports system. They are the only aspect of as when it comes to sports. These girls are the only people that come out, come rain, come shine. They come out and play their hearts out, no matter whatever is going on. No matter if they have paid their salary, no matter if the concessions are bad, no matter how the stadium is, no matter how they come out and play and they will deliver every time, every time, every time. But to see them play without passion, to see them play without motivation, is showing you that this is rock bottom for us already. This is rock bottom. Because if somebody that doesn't usually complain, somebody that is always very cheerful, somebody that is always very contented, come out one day and is complaining, you know that you are the problem. And to see these girls do this, I think this is rock bottom. Do you understand? This is what will make I think okay, we're still going into that. This is what mean what this is what will make me say the NFF should be totally overhauled, should be totally scattered, and from top to bottom, everybody should be removed because this is rubbish.
No, but
This is rubbish.
Collins, before we go to the NFF story, I know we are going to talk about the NFF story and just before we go to the NFF story, don't you think people, for example, if I hire you to do a job, I would expect you to do the job very well and not give me excuses. Madugu has been hired to do a job, right? And it seems he has failed in doing the job. I mean, I watched the game against South Africa yesterday, and I was not impressed with the performance the girls put out. I mean, you are fighting for a World Cup berth, and you are playing against South Africa as if there is nothing at stake. I was scratching my head, and I was wondering what's going on here. The same thing with our defensive position. Madugu continues to play Anoze out of position. The same thing happened yesterday again. Yes, the NFF has their own issue. Don't you think Madugu retaining his job was the wrong move for the Super Falcons team? That's number two. Don't you think we need to start rebuilding? Because it seems majority of these players, they've overachieved, and there's no motivation for them, like you earlier alluded to moving forward again.
Well, it's very good that Justin Madugu is hiring or keeping Justin Madugu. We see the job of the NFF. So we are still back to the NFF. You understand? Justin Madugu is not hiring himself, he's not keeping himself there. And the NFF is still responsible for that. So you see, whether they decide to keep him or whether he decides to stay, it's still the job of the NFF. And he's still there. Look at the nonsense we played yesterday. I mean, the first half was looking very promising. I don't know what happened in the second half. Why is this man? This man keeps pushing players forward. Look at the second goal. Almost all our players were up. You understand? And look at the stupid deflection. I don't want to. The whole thing was, I mentioned something against the game against Cameroon. I said this man relies on individual brilliance too much. He doesn't rely on collective effort. You
Hmm.
understand? If you want to win a tournament, if you want to win a game, if you want to keep going, you understand? Your whole team should be collective. Your whole team should play together. If you're
Hmm.
not playing together, you're wasting your time.
Hmm.
Look at the teams that are in the World Cup now. Look at the way Cameroon, look at the way this Cameroon defense communicates. Look at the way the midfield communicates with the defense and they communicate with their keeper. That is why after the defense and the midfield allowed the penalty because they messed up allowing that penalty, their goalkeeper had to step up because they are a team, because they
Hmm.
communicate.
Hmm.
Look at Malawi. I don't need to explain. I don't need to go into details about how the Malawians communicate. They
Hmm.
communicate so well. You understand? They have little time. They have had little time to prepare for this tournament, but yet they know their position on the pitch.
Hmm.
If anybody's over, they know
Hmm.
where Temwa is going to be, they know where Tabitha is going to be, they know where Messi is going to be, they know where Chiemba is going to be. They know all these things because
Hmm.
they are a team, they play as a team. But the Nigerian national team, the women's side, they don't play as a team.
Hmm.
They don't play as a team. What you be just be seeing players here and there, skills here and there. That is nice, that is good, but do you play as a team? And this is coaching, by the way. This falls on the coaching because if you're not playing as a team, you're relying on individual players, so you will not go very far. I've
Hmm.
already said it. I've said it here before. Our game, that's WAFCON final last year was individual brilliance. That's what we used to win. Esther Okoronkwo. We used the individual brilliance to win, and it worked.
Well,
But
that's you've been saying
how
it.
far so far
True.
this tournament?
Hmm.
How far so far? How is the individual brilliance doing for us this so far this tournament? Has it worked? Look
Hmm.
at where we are. We got eliminated. We never in semi final. Now we are not going to the World Cup.
Hmm. Hmm.
So this has to do with coaching.
Hmm.
I mentioned something earlier before. I said these players are not motivated. They lack motivation. They're not even motivated. The passion is no longer there.
Hmm.
The girls don't play like this. These girls don't play like this. They are not usually lethargic. They are not usually nonchalant. But look at them.
Hmm.
So it's sad because this is rock bottom for Nigerian football. You understand? This is rock bottom because we are just losing everywhere. We are
Hmm.
losing everywhere. And now, I don't know if this nonsense that's happening in Nigeria football, if it will extend to basketball because the FIBA is coming up. The FIBA is coming up, and I want the Tigers to perform well. I don't want any shenanigans that these people are doing. Let them not carry to my FIBA. You understand? Let the Tigers respect themselves and perform well. Last FIBA, we performed well. We went toe to toe with USA. You
Mhm.
understand? So let us perform. Let them perform well. I don't want any shenanigans. It is not. Let it stop our football. You
Hmm.
understand? Let the NFF fix their issues because it's terrible. I just hope this is not a general sports problem. You understand? So it's sad, honestly.
Okay, and that's fantastic. Before we move over to the NFF news, Temiloluwa, welcome. I mean, we're talking about Nigeria not making it to the World Cup. I mean, you saw the game yesterday. For me, I'm heartbroken. Um, Collins Chawinga, his new name now, is not heartbroken. His team is in the World Cup and they're in the final of the World Cup. So, whatever result, whatever comes out of Nigeria, it doesn't concern him. But I mean, what do you make of this particular game? Nigeria is not going to the World Cup. We are missing the female World Cup for the first time since 1991. What do you make? I know we are still going to the story of the NFF, but let's focus on the team itself and the coaching so far. Do you think it's more of the players or more of the coach? Because I keep saying it, Madugu continues to play Alozie out of position. Majority of these players were played out of position. Colin said something, and I hope maybe you shed more light on it. He said the Mission X we won the last time was because of individual brilliance, not because of Madugu. Do you agree with that?
Well, they're out of the competition already. They're out of the AFCON, and after punching calculator with different probabilities and possibilities, they are out of the World Cup. So I think that alone just tells you the current position of the manager involved. The moment
Hmm.
the team is not functioning well, there's no other person you have to face other than the manager. You can't blame the 26 players that went, because even the
Hmm.
manager picked the 26 players. You
That's
understand? So
true.
all fingers are pointing back to Madugu. You understand? So that's just it. If it had worked out, he is also the one we are going to praise. We will
Hmm.
not really praise the players, we'll praise the coach. When the
Hmm.
team plays well, we praise the coach. When the team doesn't play well, it's still the coach. You understand?
Hmm.
So I think, and Mr. Collins said something very important.
Hmm.
Um, he said they can see the performance. You understand? They can see the performance prior to now. So for the fact that they've not acted on it means that they are probably fine with it.
Hmm.
So for the fact that they are fine
Hmm.
with it tells you a lot about where Nigeria football is at the moment. Because at some point in time, when it comes to world football, Nigeria used to be at least the representative of Africa. You
Hmm.
understand? If in the under 17 competitions, I think we've won the most World Cup in the under 17 competitions, the most World Cup, if I'm not mistaken, maybe the joint or the most. You understand? And if Nigeria can go and represent Africa and win at least nothing less than 4 World Cups for the under 17, tells you that something was working well then. You understand? Same thing too with the AFCON back then. Same thing too. So now we are seeing a level of decadence that nobody's paying attention to. We keep deceiving ourselves that we are sleeping giants. These giants are being slain. There's a difference between sleeping and being slain. You understand? So the giant is currently being slaughtered. Let me put it that way. It's being slaughtered, not sleeping. You understand? And if nothing is being done, they will pull the head away from the giants. You understand? And the moment they pull head away from giants, there will obviously be a replacement. We can see Malawi
True.
pulling the stunt. You understand? So
Hmm.
which means that if you are not making that level of progress, other people will overtake you. Overtaking is
Hmm.
allowed in world of football and in sports in general. I know how to do it. You understand? Doesn't mean you there is no need for you to up your game. You get? And
Hmm.
if the Football Federation are looking at Maduku, they are watching what everybody's watching, and no decision has been made, goes to tell you that Nigeria football has taken a very strange turn. You understand?
Hmm.
We spoke behind the scene, and then I said we'll still need
True.
to punch. Normally, when Nigeria is playing qualifiers for World Cup, we always punch calculator.
True.
There are three things we do. We punch calculator, we pray, you understand, and we play out all the possibilities. We will play the possibilities and probabilities for our opponents. We say, okay, let's say our opponents lose 3-1 now. We too will have two goals. Let's say our opponent lose 1-0. You understand? So and it's very funny that he played out with the men team, and it also
True.
played out with the female team.
True.
Here we are. How long do we do this? How
Hmm.
sustainable is this? Is this the way forward for Nigerian football? As for Maduku, I can't really blame him because he was employed.
Hmm.
So if his employer are looking at this performance and no decision has been made,
Hmm.
goes to tell you a lot about Nigerian football. So I just feel even not even qualifying and then there is still no reaction, because I don't think to discard him should not take. In fact, even after that World Cup final, the World Cup qualifier that we lost to Bayana, immediately from there you should have gotten his letters that thank you for your involvement. You
Hmm.
understand, your services are no longer needed, because I don't see we didn't even get to the semi-finals of the AFCON.
True.
That's funny enough. Now we are not going to World Cup, and this said person is still in charge. Make it make sense. You see, you don't need 24 hours to make up your decision, because we are
Hmm.
not going anywhere now. We are not playing on any other competition. You understand? So
True.
what is delaying it? Like, it is well. We are at that junction whereby the whole system is just deteriorating. It is not getting any better. You understand? Nigerian football as a whole, the under 17s, the under 20s, the under 23s, even the homegrown